Hi-ho! This is Noby Grand. Today I'm gonna be bringing you something a little bit different than what I usually do, which is a detailed summary slash highlight playthrough slash review of the game. The game we're gonna be tackling today is World's End Club, one of Tokyo Game's first projects under their belt, following a club of 6th graders on their journey towards human salvation. For this, there are going to be 3 parts that will summarize the story and show the more important moments, in similar fashion to a more condensed playthrough with commentary. And in the final part, there will also be a review section with my final thoughts in regards to this game. With that being said, let's begin. This is World's End Club.
First, I do want to mention that I have done the first 5 parts of the game on the channel, so I'm gonna do a recap as well. Meteor strikes planet Earth. 11 kids are trapped in rapture by the game's mascot, Penelope. The characters are as follows: Rachel, the main silent protagonist, Kansai, Vanilla, Pochi, Pai, Aniki, Tatsune, Mochan, Chuko, Genu, and Dioro. Oh no! What are the kids gonna be forced to do? Do a death game, of course. Alright, not to toot my own horn over here, but when I am familiar with the works of Uchikoshi and Kodaka, and they made a baby in the form of World's End Club, I know what to expect from... Oh! Or you can do that. Yeah, apparently whatever first impressions you may get from this as something akin to a Danganronpa or Zero Escape type situation, you can throw that out the window, cause it's time for Japan Tour! And what a tour it is. Alright kids, time to go on a grand adventure together until the very end. Nothing will break us apart, cause we are the Go-Getters Club! Or just split up right away. Okay, that's cool. I mean, we are going different routes in Japan. One group goes to Fukuoka, the other goes to Oita. And I guess nothing special there. You kids do realize that this is Japan, right? But yeah, in this game you will have choices to make, and thus the story will branch out. In this case, I chose Fukuoka cause, well, might as well make a detour to catch a floating angel coming from the sky. A few bumps on the road, but we have become friends with our newly acquired member, Yuki. Especially Chuko starts warming up to her. I mean, it is her power after all, to spit fire. Ah yeah, did I forget to mention that the kids start to develop superpowers? By this point, we see Rachel gain the power to grab big stuff and throw the big stuff at even bigger stuff. And Chuko gains the power of a motherfucking dragon! Afterwards, we reunite with the rest of the group and find this cult who follows this god named Mike or whatever. And some of the kids think that these guys are complete lunatics. To be honest, I don't see it. Either way, yet again, we would seem that the kids have a conflict and some prefer to stay here rather than move forward, so another branch opens up. One group wants to leave, the other wants to stay. I chose to go with the group that leaves. And, well, that pretty much sums up the first parts of the game. Now, it is all uncharted territory, folks, so let's see what follows next. So the group that wants to leave decides that we should find evidence that proves the cult is bad news bears. We throw boxes on people's heads, avoid them, push this box to hide from this guy as we try to move forward, as if we were playing red light, green light. God damn it, this is a prequel to Squid Game, isn't it? Anyway, we give cheese to a mouse. He becomes a new member of the Go-Getters Club and gives us the thumbs up. And, oh...
It's a guillotine.
Okay, maybe this is a joke. They want to make us think this is a guillotine, when in actuality it is a device for splitting watermelons. This is all gonna be just a misunderstanding, and it's gonna be done for a joke. No, I think they really mean that this is a guillotine, and the cult is gonna use this on the rest of the kids that decide to stay. Jesus. So we go back to warn the rest of the group, and uh-oh, they are brainwashed. They are now wanting to do the ritual of getting their heads chopped off, cause if they do, their wishes will come true. Chuko will finally become rich on the stock market, and thus we are now on a mission to fix them up. But how? Well, earlier we seen a poster talking about this amygdala mushroom. Yuki says that if we give it to the kids, it'll clear the part of the brain that is, well, brainwashed, turning it into brain mud. So we try to find the mushroom, but in doing so, we are being cornered by the followers of the cult. Is this it? Are the kids gonna give up that easily? No. Nyoro doesn't know what the words give up mean. And...
Daddy?
Hey, didn't I say you weren't allowed to come in here?
But Daddy, you haven't played with me for so long.
I'm sorry, sweetie. Daddy has some important research to attend to.
But I want to talk with you, Daddy. What can I do to make you talk to me, Daddy?
Well, if you become a scientist like Daddy, we could talk more.
How do I become a scientist?
Well, you have to study a lot and read many books. But most importantly, you must have an attitude of never giving up.
Never giving up?
To become a true scientist, you have to overcome lots and lots of obstacles. At those times, you must never give up. As long as you never give up, you can overcome any obstacle.
Oh, wow! Then I'll never give up, no matter what. I'll never give up, and then I'll become a scientist. And then Daddy will talk to me all the time.
And with that, folks, ever since that day, Nyoro vowed she would never give up, no matter the obstacle. So, what is she gonna do now? Well, I'll tell you what, she's gonna build a bomb and explode this bastard! NANI?! Holy shit, Nyoro gained the power of Bomberman. She is Bomber Girl! And what will her bombs be called?
We can call it the F-Bomb. It's short for Foot-Powered Bomb.
You are gonna become my new favorite girl in this, aren't you? And thus we move on, defeating giant abstract pain monsters by throwing bombs in their faces, find the mushrooms, and give the kids the amygdala minestrone, made by Yuki. It is so good, Kansai is vomiting rainbows. And thus, everyone is back to normal, and we run away from the evil cult by using this very convenient 12-seater bike. You know, it is a nice detail that Chuko and Mo-chan can't even reach the pedals here. And Vanilla too decides to just relax her legs there.
Clear blue skies and warm summer days. We have to find the courage within for whatever comes our way. Our great adventure's about to begin.
Come boys and girls, go, go, go getters. Fate brought us together. And when we all work as one, we're the toughest thing around. Things aren't easy, there's no doubt, but you'll never ever be alone. The sun is rising up, 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 above. Come on now, it's time to go. The road is so long, the nights are so cold, but our friends have been there from the start. Even if the world comes to an end, go, go, go getters will never fall apart.
So we arrive at Kobe. And apparently this reminds Nyoro of when her father gave her a piece of paper with some letters on it. XXY. Her father said that these numbers are needed to open God's door. Kobe means God's door. Does this mean anything? I mean, before we had another paper saying that X equals 12. So maybe we should find out what Y is? The go-getters are camping once more. Aniki reminisces of how the song that they sang on the bike reminds you of when she was still with them. Pai wants to thank Aniki for saving the group from being sacrificed by the cult. Aniki does say that he would have left them behind, but Pai spins it around on him, being optimistic and saying that he would have come back for them for sure, even if there was no sacrifice. Yeah, you can't hide your blushing, Aniki. Jenu talks about the earthquakes and about her sister, which...
One of them was my sister. She died in an earthquake in Kyoto. If only she hadn't gone to Kyoto. If I'd stopped her from going, she'd still be alive.
She also tells us about how the Hoshikizuka is, why she really wants to go to Kobe, and how she wished to pass music school before going to Hoshikizuka and enroll there for the special music school, for her sister's sake. It is really a sad situation overall. I mean, surely these kids must feel really bad, and of course they're gonna question if their parents as well are okay, you know. Afterwards, the kids delve into the topic of why Kansai wants to become a leader. And after Chuko tells how she was spying on Kansai when he was training with Neon and knows so much about this topic, which obviously makes us think Chuko has a crush on Kansai. Oh, Kansai finally tells us.
He never said anything when we screwed up. And he was always happy for us when we succeeded. He's what a real man is supposed to be. But one day, Neon had to move to Kyoto for his work. Damn it! Damn it! And today was our last game!
Last?
Neon, you're moving to Kyoto, right? So today is the last game you can watch. But we made all those dumb errors!
Hey, you're gonna be captain when you become a 6th grader, right? So you better not say things like that.
Huh?
Listen to me. To be a true leader, you gotta think about how your teammates feel. No matter what happens, you protect your own. That's what a true leader does.
A true leader?
Here, take this.
But this is your favorite.
Yeah, my symbol of leadership. My leader badge. Come visit me in Kyoto when you become a man worthy of that badge.
But I...
Don't worry. You're gonna be a great leader someday. I believe in you.
Neon! Neon!
It is really sweet. Will Kansai become a true leader one day? Well, I guess we shall find out one day. So, okay, that was nice. I guess we could end the talking there and have the kids go to sleep and continue the journey next day, right? But something is happening here. Something that I surely did not expect. It is a moment that you guys should see for yourselves too.
I'm full now, so I'm sleepy.
What? Sleep already? Hey, Neuro, why don't we stay up late and do some girl talk?
I'm kinda tired. So maybe we should just rest tonight.
Yeah, if we stay up too late, Nighthawk will kidnap us.
Jeez, Tatsun, you're still talking about the Electro Rangers? You're like totally obsessed.
Well, let's call it a night.
Don't forget to brush your teeth before you sleep.
Look who's talking. The messiest one of us is... The messiest one is... Oh. Jeez, I know I'm just wasting my time. It's not even worth it. No one can hear me. At first, I was just happy still being with everyone. Even if you can't hear me, I thought it would be enough to be with you all. But it still hurts. It's just not enough for me. It feels like you've all turned your backs on me. It's like you're giving me the cold shoulder. I'm so sad and lonely all the time. You guys, please listen to me. I'm right here. I'm right here with you. I couldn't stand to leave you. That's why I'm here.
Vanilla.
Huh?
Pochi, what did you say just now?
Thank you, Pochi. And Pi and Rachel. You three were the only ones who heard me. But I can't do it anymore. I can't be with you guys anymore. Thank you all so much. Okay then. Farewell.
Wow. This really caught me by surprise. Yep, you are thinking right, folks. Apparently Vanilla was in some way a ghost to most of the members of the club, as if she never existed there to begin with. Except for Pi, Pochi, and Rachel. The amusement park death game, traveling through half of Japan. The story was sneakily hiding Vanilla in a way that she would talk normally, like she was there, but no one would actually interact with her, except for Pi, Pochi, and Rachel. And when you think about it, the signs were there, if we are to think of most recent moments. Like how she was the one person who was not brainwashed by the cold when we came back to rescue them. And even on the bike ride, you can see that she's not using her legs at all. I mean, one would think that she was relaxing her legs while the rest did the ride. But you tell me how the pedals of a bike can move if we are to think that no one was there to physically use them. And there are probably a lot more moments like that, like hidden through the first parts of the game. Man, talk about a twist. And you would think that this is something that you would discover near the end of the game or something. It is a pretty huge thing. Like, it surely feels like quite a gut-punching thing to do. But I love it. Now, the reason why Pi, Pochi, and Rachel were the only ones to see her, well, it is certainly questionable at this point. Even the kids don't know. Same thing goes for the giant X on the sky. Only the three of them and Vanilla were able to see them. Like for Pi, there can be the explanation that she is the daughter of a Shinto priest, and she says how she has a sixth sense, maybe? But Pochi and Rachel, well, your guess is as good as mine. And the three thought that if they explained, no one would believe it. A reason why the rest of the kids here are so confused on why the hell are we talking about Vanilla here, of all things. I mean, especially Aniki. He is furious that we're talking about Vanilla, so he runs away. And we do follow him in that. So next scene, we try to find him. Chuko tries to grab a flyer but gets bitten by our lovely new member of the Go-Getters Club, Rat Boy. Chuko and Kansai are having their love quarrel over what happened there. Aniki comes back and gives us the flyer that Chuko noticed, and the flyer tells us about possible survivors in Kyoto. But uh-oh, some of the kids wanted to go to Osaka cause that is what Vanilla wanted. And the rest want to go to Kyoto. So, you know what this means. Rachel gets to decide which group to pick, Osaka or Kyoto. In this case, I chose Osaka. Remember that Vanilla really wanted us to go there, and she wouldn't tell us why, cause, well, it is a secret. I was thinking it was something related to programming, maybe? You know, when I was doing some Google search and I was looking at the Doolittle programming language that was developed at Osaka like years ago. Either way, I felt like it was the best thing to do. But darn it, this means that we will get separated again. If only we could.
The road is so long, the nights are so cold, but our friends have been there from the start. Even if the world comes to an end, go, go, go-getters will never fall apart.
I guess Vanilla really liked this song. You guys may not have heard her, but she sings it all the time. I think that's what Vanilla wanted. So,
Fine. You guys are right. I almost forgot. I was really sorry about the way we split between Oita and Fukuoka.
Yeah, I felt the same when we were at that religious facility.
It would be stupid to make the same mistake again.
Fine. I'll go. I'll go.
Okay, it's set then! We all go to Osaka together! Go-Getters Club! Hey, hey, oh!
You know, it is at this point that I think I'm getting it. There is no doubt in mind that before Vanilla died, the club truly was together, no matter the situation. But it very well could be that because of that incident, that split the club in a way that it is not easily observable. They still stuck together, of course. I mean, they are a class after all, but it very well can be that this sort of friction between members tends to happen a lot, even before the meteor stroke at the beginning of the adventure. The kids yell at each other more, fight each other more, they pick sides a lot more than before. This more than likely isn't the first time such unhealthy moments happen. And the apocalypse, well, that surely intensified this even more. Sure, they will reconcile at the end of the day, as we've seen, but friction can happen again and again and again at the snap of a finger the next day. Well, I mean, one can say that, oh, they are just kids, they don't know any better and do stupid stuff. Reason why they argue and split so much. But really, it can very well be that after Vanilla died, they never managed to overcome that. They never knew how to deal with that in a positive way, so they regressed to this negative state of affairs because of their repressed anger and sadness. Because of Vanilla's death, they forgot how to truly be united and actually stick to it. So I think it is good here that I chose Osaka. Maybe we can...
Huh? It was a waste? You don't get up that easily!
If we'd gone to Kyoto, we would have found other people.
But thanks to you, Kansai, we blew that chance.
Hey, hang on! It's not just all on me! Jenu, Pai, and Mochan, You all agreed to come to Osaka too.
Okay, let me be clear. I'm sick and tired of you pushing us all around. You're always the one starting fights between us too. Thanks to your dumb ideas, we've jumped from the frying pan into the fire. I'm sick of you and I'm sick of your crappy leadership. Miss Chuko, that's going too far. Stay out of this, you.
Fine then. If you can't follow the leader's orders, Chuko, you can't be in the Go-Getters Club. You're banished.
What?
You see, once we decide to stick together again, another fight happens. This whole thing with Vanilla's death is rooted to the core, I tell you. Oh. Chuko is having high fever. Must be an infection from the rat bite from before. Darn it! Our new member of the club was a traitor among us! So Kansai decides to run first and find antibiotics for her, given that not only does he feel bad for yelling at her, but he does care about her too. Oh. Well, okay. Let's see about finding those antibiotics.
Long time no see, Breeze.
Ah, fuck nuggets. Yep, Penelope is back. And she wants revenge for foiling her death game.
We're not about to get beaten up by a dinky little squirt like you.
Dinky? Did you call me Dinky? What does Dinky mean?
It means that you have a small pee-pee.
Oh, small. Small, huh?
And thus, in anger, she transforms into a giant crab! So Kansai gets to make a decision here, since Penelope captured Rachel and Yoro. Bring the rest of the club here so that Kansai alone gets to live, or have Kansai die here as well. What is Kansai gonna do?
Now, hurry up and go! Don't bring the others here!
To be a true leader, you gotta think about how your teammates feel. No matter what happens, you protect your own. That's what a true leader does.
You may be right. I may be a wuss and a coward. And maybe I'll never even be half the man Neon is.
Ah, it seems like you get it now. Good. Now let's...
But even if that's true, even if I do give up on being a leader, I will never, ever give up on my friends!
Friendship!
Rachel, throw that takoyaki over here! Just hurry up and do it! Now eat this!
But we're not done yet, cause she is back! She's going to crush the kids. But not on Kansai's watch. And thus, a legit boss battle happens here. Bam! Bam! Bada bada swing! And done.
Chuko, how are you feeling?
100% better, actually. Thanks to you guys finding the antibiotics. Nyoro, Rachel, from the bottom of my heart, thanks. And of course, you too, Kansai. Were you my special thanks? I'm sorry for all the things I said earlier.
It's all good, Chuko. You don't need to apologize. I'm the one that needs to apologize. I'm really sorry.
So the whole banished thing is forgotten?
Of course, I take it back. I mean, I never had the authority to do that anyway. Juko was right about it all. Because of my selfishness, I caused trouble for everybody. I really feel bad about it. I'm sorry, guys.
We don't mind at all.
I mean, that's what makes you, Kansai.
Yeah, I take back what I said earlier. And after all that's happened, we all want you as our leader, Kansai.
No way! Absolutely not! If I stay in this position any longer, I'll wind up getting everybody killed!
So Kansai has decided on something here, folks. Because of how selfish he was and realizing that, he wants to give Rachel the leader badge, saying that it is too soon for Kansai to wear it himself. And Kansai says that once he himself becomes a true leader, then he would have his badge back to truly wear it as deserved. Lovely.
And thus we camp once more for the night, with a goofy moment on Yuki and Chuko's part in regards to Kansai.
Once I did, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Like what? Mr. Kansai's bat. Yeah, his awesome bat. What are you getting at here? It's pretty hefty, right? Look, I'm really not following you! His baseball bat. Huh? Where does he keep it when he's not using it?
We also have Aniki, Pai, and Tatsun converse together over Vanilla with the whole quote-unquote ghost thing.
Aniki, why are you saying such nasty things? You and I used to be so close.
Yeah? Well, that person you knew then is dead. Everything changed. When I lost Vanilla that summer, since then, nobody's getting close to me.
Hey! Like, what's the deal here?
What's wrong?
We're at a barbecue, but there's no marshmallows! Unacceptable! This is so serious, it could mean the end of the Go-Getters Club!
Holy overreaction!
It is not an overreaction! A barbecue is all about toastmallows! No toastmallows, no barbecue!
So, Toastmallows is short for toasted marshmallows now?
A barbecue without toastmallows is like a pizza without pineapples! I think pizza is fine without pineapples.
Ugh. Pineapples on pizza is a crime against humanity.
Hey, there's a supermarket about 10 minutes from here, right?
So go get him then.
Why do I have to go?
You're the one that wants marshmallows, so you go. Besides, I'm older than you.
Age shouldn't matter. We're in the same age group.
Oh yeah, right. That's why you're in the same grade, huh? Aniki was born April 1983, and Vanilla was born March 1984.
Yeah, but it's August now. So for right now, Vanilla is younger.
Whatever. Fine. I'll never ask you for another favor. Hey, anyone want to go to the supermarket with me?
Mmm! This meat is so yummy!
Yeah, it's premium aged beef.
Hey! Someone took the slice of meat I was saving!
Come on, Mochan. You need to eat some more veggies anyway.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. all. I'm going to go alone. Some friends you all are.
Well, I wouldn't say it is the most original death here in anime. Apparently, Truck-kun strikes once again, it seems. So yeah, Aniki believes that it was his fault for getting Vanilla killed, and he questions why in the world he cannot see Vanilla while the others can, since he cared about her the most. I mean, they were brother and sister after all. This is followed by everyone showing their grief over Vanilla's death, missing her once more. But then BAM! Pi suddenly remembers who the mastermind was. And it's Vanilla. Okay, so this is what happened. Pi is the first one to wake up from her pod. Lo and behold, there is Vanilla there. They both talk for a few minutes, and Vanilla explains to Pi that she wants everyone to play the game of fate, saying that this will be the only way to get rid of everyone's brainwashing. You know, the put someone in a life or death situation and bring them to their limit so that something happens. Kind of similar to the main protagonists of the Zero Escape games, like 999 and Virtuous Last Reward, where they were exposed to the game so much that something happens according to the mastermind's plans. Vanilla told all this to Pi so that Pi would be a safety mechanism in case something bad happens. She needed someone with a physical body to help her since, well, she's a quote-unquote ghost. Now, why is it that Vanilla knew all this and how she knew that doing this would lift the brainwashing? At this point, it is unknown to Pi. Okay, time to continue the adventure. Everyone stops at the Great Buddha statue to give their prayers, and afterwards are headed to Nagoya. Afterwards, we have a fun moment over here where the group is split in two. One with just the boys and one with just the girls, walking on the rails. The boys end up talking about how there are no longer any rules during the apocalypse, and that they can do whatever they want, including pee on people's carpets, which I have no idea where you even came up with that, Tatsu. Like, you seem embarrassed here, but maybe you want to talk about it, buddy?
Since when did all of you guys become such delinquents?
Both groups talk about their crushes. Choco likes Kansai, Mo-chan likes Nyoro, Tatsun likes Electro Ranger Pink, cause of course, Aniki likes Pi and Pi likes Aniki. Delicious stuff. Even Vanilla likes the idea that Pi likes Aniki. I mean, that's... wait, what? Yeah! We meet Vanilla again. A lot sooner than I expected. Like, in the middle of nowhere. Okay. So we have a bit of a difficult situation here. Pi, Pochi, and Rachel can still see her and talk to her, but Vanilla will have to tell everyone what is going on. And thus, Pochi will have to quote-unquote translate everything that she says, since the rest of the kids, they cannot hear what Vanilla is saying. And that is something that is going to happen like a lot after this. So Vanilla tells us what happened. After the incident on the trip in the bus, an army of robots appear and capture the kids by helicopter. Vanilla saw all of this and followed the robots. She tried to save everyone, but she has little power to do so. Like, at best, as a quote-unquote ghost, she can type on keyboards and flip pages of a book and such. The helicopter landed at the undersea theme park in Kagoshima. Given that Vanilla is a ghost, she was able to access restricted areas there and read documents, thus learning that the pods were used to brainwash the kids, and she learned how to lift the brainwashing, as explained before. Do you guys remember that opening with Pierlope and the kids? Like, the realistic looking kids trapped in the classroom? That was a creepy movie the kids were watching on the bus. And guess what? Vanilla used that as a theme for the Game of Fate to lift the brainwash, including using Penelope herself for the game. Dun dun dun! But wait a minute. The game did end, and Vanilla succeeded in her plan, so why in the world Penelope comes back to destroy us? Vanilla's guess is that now Penelope is being controlled by Mike. Remember that cult that was worshipping this Mike god from before. And she says that it is an AI, supposedly created by some Japanese scientist. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! I have my eyes on someone right now. But yeah, it may very well be that Mike went haywire and stole people's emotions, and thus causing the apocalypse. Why Vanilla hasn't told us all this stuff before? Oh, she says that something was bothering her before to do so, but that apparently won't be revealed now for some reason. Instead, what we get is Aniki yet again getting furious over how he cannot see Ghost Vanilla, and he runs away again. Man, talk about quite the info dump in this section now. But okay, we move on, and we actually find a train. While Pochi is working on the train to make it run, Yuki brings up the idea on how we might be able to see Vanilla if we find the Hyper Amygdaclear, like a more potent version of the Amygdaclear that we found before when we rescued half the kids. This one apparently can be found in the northwestern part of Gifu. Will we be able to find this mushroom? Who knows? For now, it's time we ride the train. But uh-oh! Penelope shows up once again! This time wanting to punish the traitor. The traitor? Who is she talking about? Well, we try to run away from her, but Tatsune is whimpering and he cannot move due to him being scared. Rachel and Chuko stay behind to protect Tatsune, but that fails miserably. Which means it is time for Tatsune's superpower! Up until this point, Tatsune was faced with being called a goody two-shoes like so many times when he makes comments about being safe and such, but now it is time he shifts his gears, and...
I'm shady, cruel, and relentless. I'm a lone wolf, dark hero.
Well, I guess it was to be expected. Except that now, Tatsune is turning quite cocky and rude. Possibly because of his pent-up anxiety and anger towards all the bad comments from before.
Anyway, you're not hurt, are you?
Well, no.
I'm really glad. I mean, if your face got hurt, you might wind up even uglier than you are now.
Okay, so during this next section, a lot of stuff is happening on this train, so I'm gonna summarize this as best as I can. Penelope is having none of this bullshit, and just decides to go after this supposed traitor. I guess this means that whoever it is, it ain't Rachel, Chuko, or Tatsune in this case. We try to catch up to the rest of the club and Penelope again, and after a boss fight between Electro Ranger and Penelope on top of the train, which did have this one unfair moment. Yeah, Tatsune's power ran out and he had to stop there when he got hit. Like, that really sucked when I did that. Alright, after all of that struggling, we reach a point where the kids try to run away again, only for Vanilla this time to stay back. And surprise surprise, Aniki finally sees her here. So now we are led to this moment where Aniki separates the cars, and thus Penelope would not be able to reach the rest of the kids. Which leads us to a choice to make. Either Rachel jumps on the other car to help Aniki and Vanilla, or try to stop the train from his side using the emergency button. I mean, it seems like an obvious choice for me, but apparently the game is glitching on us and we cannot go with the emergency button. Okay, I think I get it here. I think this may have something to do with us going back in the story and choose different paths, in order for different stuff to happen. That can allow us to use the button, but now we cannot. So in terms of story reasons, there would really be no motive for Rachel to not be able to choose that emergency button like right now for story reasons. So the reasons for why we cannot choose the button, it seems like it is for meta narrative reasons, for the sake of having to go back in the story and do other stuff. So I don't know if the game is trying to go for that kind of angle, maybe? I guess we shall see. Okay, well, in that case, we shall jump and save Aniki. Kansai, Nyoro, and Pai also come to help, but Penelope is having none of this either, so she goes poof and tries to go after the other kids. So I guess the traitor is neither Kansai, Nyoro, Pai, or Aniki, and neither Vanilla, it seems. I guess this leaves us with Mo-chan, Yuki, Genu, and Pochi? I bet that it's Mo-chan, isn't it? Okay, so we try to stop Penelope once again, but Nyoro gets the idea to use a non-exploding bomb so that Rachel can throw it at the lever to switch the path of the train. That way, this part of the train will go a different direction than the one the rest of the kids are in. And we succeed. Penelope finally fucks off, and we walk on the rails to reunite with the rest of the group. Man, talk about quite an action set piece, my goodness. But we surely cannot catch a break, cause after camping a little bit, we do get a transmission via the walkie-talkie from the rest, and apparently they have been captured by robots and are now at a factory in Nagoya, so next stop will be Nagoya. Okay, so without going into any extra details over here, we do reach the factory after a gameplay section right over here, and we rescue the kids after searching the place. But uh-oh, the alarm goes off and the gates are gonna close soon. Like, some of the other kids are on the rooftop now, saying that we can escape there. So we try to reach the rooftop. But then we reach this room with a lot of monitors and oh my.
Vanilla?
Oh, does this mean that Vanilla is alive? And we don't even get to think properly about it because the green hair guy from before shows up. The leader of that cult group from before who worships Mike. Fortunately for us, there is static on his screen and he cannot hear the other end well, so we can trick the guy into asking some stuff without him knowing that it's the kids.
This is the Nagoya factory security room.
Huh? Who are you? That factory should only be manned by robots.
Error detected. Vocalization system. Do not worry. All escapees recovered. There is no problem.
Oh, well, that's good then.
Very smooth. We ask about Vanilla and he says that she was in a coma from an accident. And that is basically all that we learn, cause the alarm rings once again and the green guy is definitely onto us right now. So we continue running to the rooftop to meet with the rest of the club. And we can use the helicopter to escape if we can make it work, which will definitely take some time. Until then though, time for the giant ass boss fight. This is quite a dangerous one, so Nyoro has an idea. We will have to distract the robot with our powers, while Nyoro works on her special spicy bomb to be used on a giant robot. Everyone is using their powers the best way they can to help, including throwing Mo-chan's rocky body so that the robot can take some damage from that. And wow! Nyoro, she wasn't kidding when she said that she would work on a huge bomb. Go, huge F-bomb!
Everyone hide!
We did it!
It's all thanks to me. By the way, the helicopter is fully charged.
You all did great.
The Go-Getters Club are the ultimate!
Exactly!
And that pretty much does the job. Man, the Go-Getters are the best, aren't they? They get on the helicopter and fly away to Tokyo at fast speed. Yeah, I think all is good from now on, folks. We got quite a win ourselves, so it is time for us to relax. Yeah, just kidding. We can all relax because a freaking volcano is erupting and we gotta dodge it. Okay, we good? Nice. Okay, now we can finally relax. And in the meantime, we do ask Vanilla about the corpse that we saw at the factory that looked like her, making us think that she is alive. Vanilla, she doesn't get to say much here. Not sure if it's cause she may be hiding something, or maybe this is the first time that she's hearing this and she is just as much in the dark as the rest of them. But we shall put a hold on that, cause apparently we just arrived in Tokyo. But...
What? It can't be.
Tokyo is...
Our whole city is...
It's gone.
Christ. I didn't think something like that was gonna happen. Yeah, apparently we are left with that ending. Presumably with all of them dead from the explosion or the crash. I guess this means we'll have to go back and take a different route, but man, this story is not pulling its punches sometimes. And that was part 1 of our summary/highlight playthrough of Royal 10 Club. Part 2 will arrive soon enough after this. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe to show support for the channel, and follow me on Twitter and Discord for updates and discussions. I also have a Ko-fi page for you to maybe tip if you feel generous. I am putting work into these videos, so it is always appreciated. We'll see you guys in the next part.